sitting. He's not up on his knees doing crawling. He swims across the floor, like 2 hands. You have light up shoes? Can you take your
Graham, can you get a ball for Omni?
We bought the truck. Which was just me like that. Oh.
Thanks, Graham. Sorry about that. So he just totally got up on all fours by himself. He's just what, 1 week shy of 8 months?
No, he just turned 8 months.
Okay.
On Monday.
So one of the things by 8 months, what you really realize is the not only the opposition to gravity, but the change of balance even in his bum. So his bum actually should be just as balanced going up as it is going down. So that's like when he went up onto all fours. That quickness, he doesn't have a heaviness in his body. See, like that, see? Boom. So if I take him right under the pelvis, do you see how he's going in and out and going onto his knees, and he can rock back and forth. So if I just were to do this with his feet, see how it doesn't mess with his equilibrium? So that's that ball in the water thing. How I can just move him around and he maintains this equilibrium. But what's neat about the human system, though, it's not just responsive as water, is that's where if he has enough of this movement vocabulary in him, do you see how even though he's being very quick, you don't have that violence of the water that I keep trying to show you, that momentum. The momentum goes back and forth. Now, if I did that with an inanimate object, you're going to see the slosh. But he's smooth. You see that? He's...
I don't feel
So even if I go like this, you don't have the startle. He just puts his feet down. He puts his knees down. He knows where all those things are. But he's not saying to himself, okay, I need to put my knee down and my foot down. Actually, that's a very immature behavior that shows up in adults. That's actually almost a regression, where you have to think about where you are in space, where a baby will do it with, or should do it without any kind of judgment base. So you see that? So if I go like this, see how he just automatically, he knows where he is and he knows where his gravity is and how he can react around it in a much more easier... What?
He's so big.
Now I get it that, you know what I mean, he can't quote stand on his own just yet. He's 8 months old. But you see how much movement is involved to start to figure out balance. No baby stands up with straight legs and just stays there and plants it. Do you see how much is just in and out? So when you expect a 4-year-old to suddenly learn standing, we do it in such an adult function that they're not learning this. And what was key right there, how he bounced down. So if he bounces down with his knees, you'll see where that opposing force is. He'll immediately go back into that and come there, right there. How he goes right back up into a stand. So that's something that I'm working on now with. But see how he's just floating and going down slowly into a squat. Now I get it, I have him. But see how he just... But that ball there that he's got his eyes on is just as much of a play toy as his bum as his foot. I mean, his whole body is a play toy in a sense. He's the best polar bear. He can play with his paws and his hands. And this is what that kinetic sculpture that I just put on. So the ball, and you can see how I rotate the pelvis to make actions happen. I can do it in any position. So at 8 months, you can see too, not only is he multitasking between mom and the ball, but he's capable of moving some pretty substantial moves and still keep his eye on the task. Do you know what I mean? So I can roll him all around in space, and that ball's just a part of him. I don't know what it is about baby DNA, but they know where that camera is. So 2, see how I can just flip them from foot to foot? And then I can start again, that weight transfer automatically stimulates the stand. Whereas a child gets older, a person gets older, just because I put the foot in position doesn't mean I'm going to initiate a stand. And what's worse is when the system thinks it has to lift up. That's that stand. Can you say hi? Yeah, hi. So he's just totally scanned the room with great detail. You can see his head is not doing kind of ADD behaviors where it's a really fast thing. He just slowly, he literally looked at everyone here and just scanned the room. And maintained his task of just playing. He's changing from hand to hand. He can go down and he can go up. He's still breathing. Except your mommy's leaving us, you're not going to be famous anymore. Where's your first stop?
We don't know yet because we don't know when we're getting into town.
Oh.
Sell the house. No. We have to sell the house for free. Oh, so we have
So
to-
now 2,
Because it depends on what season.
again, the flip. He can do it from side to side. Round. What? See, and he just comes right to where he is. Where's the ball? He keeps it on his toes. Where's the ball? You stick to the table, you little moose.
You have to do it.
But no matter what with him, and stuff like this, he'll just pose, he'll counterbalance. But at this stage 2, I shouldn't be feeling where, even when I'm going into the foot, where he's contracting back at me. He should be much more in a roll mode. See here? See, I'm not seeing any kind of contractions. I'm not saying he's never going to use his muscles.
He uses both hands at the same time.
Hot. Oh God. Hot.
And 2, no matter where he's presenting now, toes are on the table.
Oh my God.
You know what, dude? I do wipe my phone down, but it's probably up there with the purse as far as the germs go. But even through his back and stuff, again, he's using his muscles, but you're not seeing anything that would warrant that he has habitual contractions. Even the fact now that he's still just doing an army crawl and stuff, he's just 8 months old. I have no concerns with that, considering of what all he's doing.
Where are you going?
Okay.